Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's Dustin Kreis, and today I'm going to make some gumbo. And I'm going to film this intermittently as I'm making it, but I don't know if I'll actually put it up or not. We'll see how the videos turn out in the end. And I'm using my iPhone for the first time to film this, so we'll see how that turns out as well. But just to go over the ingredients that I'm throwing in here, I have chopped up chicken breast that has been seasoned with salt, pepper, and Frank's Red Hot. I have parsnips because I think parsnips go great in almost any soup. Here I have what's considered to be the holy trilogy of Cajun Creole cooking, which is onions, green pepper, and celery, all mixed together in one bowl. Here I have some chopped up parsley. Here I have God, now I forget how to say the sausage. Chorizo sausage, or I can't remember how to say it now. But some sliced up sausage. Here I have okra. That's spicy okra. Here I have a pre-made roux. You can make your own roux, but I find that making a roux is really hard and difficult. It's the hardest part of the process. So I just went ahead and bought this. I usually make my own, but we'll see how this works out. I got shrimp to throw in there, chicken broth, white rice, and then just some various additives. Iodized sea salt, because I really love the taste of sea salt. Back here I got my pepper shaker. I got more Frank's Red Hot. I got bay leaves, and I got cayenne pepper, just to give it a little kick towards the end. So we'll go ahead and cut here, and we'll go to the first part of the preparation when I decide to finally start preparing this. I'm going to let this chicken kind of marinade in that salt, pepper, and Frank's Red Hot, though. So here we are. I got my electric skillet nice and hot, and we are going to cook some of this meat. So try to do this one-handed. And this chicken has been salted and peppered. And you can hear that wonderful sizzling sound. It's also got a generous portion of Frank's Red Hot on it to give it some real kick. And I'm just trying to... filming things one-handed, not easy. And I don't have any tongs around here. That's really stupid. Alright, pick it up. Didn't want to pick up the raw chicken with my hands because, well, I got my iPhone in my hand. But let that sizzle up a little bit. You don't want it, sorry for all the motion, you don't want it to get too dried out. Normally in the summertime I would just grill this, but it's winter, it's kind of cold out, plus I don't have any propane in the tank, so electric skillet will suffice. So throw that in there. We'll also throw the sausage in there as well, and get that mix of flavor going on there. Okay, it's all gone. So I'm going to let this cook, and we'll come back and see what happens next. So I've been letting the meat cook for a little bit here, and all the juices and everything from the sausage and the chicken and the Frank's Red Hot are just mixing together. I really wish I could describe to you guys the smell. It's just absolutely amazing. You could eat this on its own without anything else, but this is only one part of the story. So I'm going to let this cook a little longer, really get the flavors out of it, and then we're going to move on to actually building the gumbo itself. So stay tuned. Okay guys, I got my big stock pot here, and to that I'm going to throw in some olive oil. Here we go. Got it heating. It probably won't be apparent right off the bat because I just started the heating process here. And then we're going to come over here to my table, and we're going to grab the trilogy here. And the trilogy, trilogy is onions, green peppers, and you can't see the celery underneath, but the celery is there. And what we're going to do is we're going to heat this oil up, and then we're going to throw all of this in there and really kind of cook it down a little bit. And to that we'll add our roux, which normally I would make handmade, but now I have the sunlight. Yeah, block it. I have this here, and smells really nice. So we'll add that to it, and we will see how that goes. Okay, I added just a little bit down there just to get that sizzle starting, so I know when the oil and everything's starting to heat up. So I'm starting to hear that sizzle, so we're just going to go ahead and toss it all in. And yes, this is going to be a big soup here, because I like to make a big portion of this and then just eat it through the entire week. For as much food as I'm going to get out of this, it's really, really inexpensive to make. I think all the ingredients, let me think about this. All the ingredients together probably cost me about $35, okay? And that sounds like a lot up front. But when you consider the fact that this is going to last pretty much all week, that is a huge savings. So I'm just going to let this kind of cook a little bit, and we'll be right back to throw in the roux. Okay, unfortunately I had to add the roux on its own because this stuff is really hard. And if you think about what roux is, it's essentially just, how do I put it? Slightly burnt flour. So, added that in, and now I'm stirring it around to try to get it to heat up and dissolve around all these wonderful smelling vegetables. And as you can see there, it's already starting. And then we'll add in some chicken stock, chicken broth, I should say, and start building. Okay, as you guys can see, the roux is still warming there. As you can see, I added a little water to it to kind of get it to liquefy just a little bit. But still, it's very thick, and that's the thing about gumbo. Gumbo is a very sort of thick and hearty soup, very filled with vegetables and meats and just flavors. So here in a second, I'm going to add the chicken stock. Okay, here I have two cups of chicken broth, and we're just going to add this down in. And get that stirred up real nice. So we'll probably add a little bit more as it goes on, and we'll add, of course, some water to it and bring it up to a boil. But for right now, I just want to add this slowly to sort of get the roux nice and dissolved down into it. Okay, so I went ahead and added another cup of chicken broth, and as you can see, it's kind of a little too thin. But that's okay, because once the boiling starts, it'll actually reduce down and be a bit thicker. And if you find that your the stew itself is just a little too thick, you can always add more flour to it to really, or cornstarch if you want, to really thicken it back up. But right now, because I'm going to start the boiling phase, I want to go ahead and grab my parsnips and throw them in, because parsnips are kind of like potatoes or carrots in a way, in that they're very crunchy, but when you boil them down into a soup, they get a really nice, how do I want to put it? A really nice texture, very kind of soft and chewy texture. And they're a spicy, they have kind of a spicy note to them, and I like the way that they play with different soups. Like I often make a leek soup, and I always throw parsnips in because I think leeks and parsnips go together very well. So we're going to go ahead and do the boiling phase for a little bit, and then we'll see the consistency where we're at. We will then throw in our chicken and sausage, and then we will throw, we'll probably throw the okra in towards the end because it is pickled and it's kind of a soft consistency. We'll throw the shrimp in towards the end as well, and these are nice and defrosted. And then we have to get the rice going at some point here. But that's quick rice, so it only takes a few minutes for that to go. So I went ahead and added the sausage and the chicken in, and I realized I forgot to film it. So this is what it looks like now. As you can see, it's getting very, very thick, and that's how you want it, very nice and thick. And just the aromas coming off of it, especially now that the meat's in there and the Frank's is mixing in. I might throw some more Frank's Red Hot in there. But man, just beautiful looking. So next up, I'm going to remove all the tails from the shrimp. Maybe not all of them, but some of them, and then we'll throw those in there. Alright, now we're ready to add the shrimp in. I threw in some more Frank's Red Hot just because you gotta put that shit on everything. But as you can see here, I detailed, not the entire pound, but quite a bit of the shrimp. And it is still a little frozen, but that's okay because as soon as it hits the soup there, it's going to defrost really fast. And some gumbo aficionados out there will probably scoff at the fact that I have all three meats in here at the same time, which is sausage, chicken, and shrimp. Usually the shrimp is by itself, and like you'll have chicken and sausage gumbo, and then you'll have shrimp gumbo. Personally, I like to have it all in there, so why not? It's my gumbo, I'll do what I want. So now we'll let this kind of cook down in. I think now I'm ready to go ahead and throw in the okra. So we'll go ahead and toss that in as well. And as you can see, guys, I'm telling you, this is, I mean, you'll eat, there we go. You will eat a bowl of this, and you will be full for the rest of the day. I mean, this is like, it really is one of the most, I mean, like I said earlier, it costs about $35 for all the ingredients. But when it lasts all week, and this is one of those weird foods that, like, it actually tastes better after you refrigerate it. No joke. Like, when you reheat this, it tastes even better. So, yeah, I mean, really is kind of a very inexpensive food to have. So, just keep on a stirring here. I think this video is kind of time truncated, but so far it's almost 11 o'clock. I've been spending 3 hours on this between the early preparation and just the actual making of the soup. There was about a 45-minute period, I guess, where I was letting the chicken sort of marinate and before I cooked it. But yeah, it is kind of a lengthy process, but you know, I have a day off, so why not make something delicious? Had a taste test here and really coming along. I'm going to add a little cayenne pepper down in there. Give it a little kick. Already added some, but I'm going to add a little bit more. And then I'm also going to throw in these are bay leaves. And I find that they add a really nice little flavor down into it. So throw those in there and give it all a good stir. Get those down inside there. Okay, this thing has been simmering for a little while now. I have the rice done. So now, as a last step, I'm just going to add some of this parsley. And I cut a lot of this because it was really cheap. And I figured, what the hell else am I going to do with parsley? But let's go ahead and just sprinkle some in there. And that will pretty much be that. So, next up, tasting. Okay, guys, there it is, the finished product. And now for the tasting. Okay, guys, welcome back. It's time to finally try this gumbo here that I made, and got it right here in front of me. So we got a big heaping handful there. As you can see, still really hot. Big piece of that chorizo sausage. Cool that down. It's so awesome how when you make a stew, which essentially gumbo is a stew, and basically every bite, no matter what you get, you could pick up a parsnip, you could pick up a shrimp from this, you could pick up the chicken. It's so crazy how you don't have to get everything in your spoon or your fork when you eat this, but you still get all the flavors because they've been sitting in that bowl simmering for so long. So let's go ahead and get some more rice, and let's get a big piece of, then we're going to get some parsnip with it there. So we got a big piece of that chicken, and the parsnip went back into the bowl. Oh my god, it's so good. And it's so filling. For as much money as you spend, and you know, all the ingredients together, like I said, $35. I will be eating this all week. And this bowl here, ooh, I just saw it. I got it running down the side. This bowl here will probably fill me up for the better part of the day. I probably won't eat again until later on this evening. But just to be safe, let's go ahead and get some of that shrimp. So good. And, you know, some people might, I don't know if parsnips are really a good ingredient you know, some people down south might stick their nose up at some of the stuff I put in here. But man, those parsnips really add so much to it. So anyway, I thought I'd just try something different. Thought I'd show you guys just how I sort of make gumbo. So it's something, you know, I'll make it, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times a year because it is a big process. It's been about a 3-hour process. So, you know, you gotta have the day off and really enjoy cooking to make it. But, you know, I like to, ooh, got some of that okra there. We'll see if that kicks it up a notch. But I really like to make things. So this is one of the things I really enjoy making. And really enjoy eating. So that's it for this video. Just something new. You know, I don't know how many things I could really make a video like this, but if you want to see more, maybe so. Just rub. Maybe somewhere down the road, I'll try this out again. So if the video is really choppy, which I know it probably will be, apologies for that, but just trying something new. So anyway, guys, I'm going to eat. Take care. I'll see you next time.